Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Haraldus and today I want to share my recent driving experience where I got to drive Aston Martin DB9, Porsche 911 GT3 RS and Lamborghini Huracan. So this driving experience was a gift that I received and it was probably one of the best gifts that I've gotten in a long time. The company that does these driving experiences is called DB9 Racing. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm just sharing my experience with them. So throughout the video I will point out the things that I liked and disliked. The first car that I got to drive was the Aston Martin DB9, the second generation. The car was an auto and had paddle shifters, which is unusual for me as I daily on E46. However, I really liked the instructor that I had for this car as he was friendly and actually let me drive the car properly. Also, as this was my first time driving a car on a track, I was a bit nervous trying not to go off track and crash it. So he kind of pointed things out to me and explained it really well. But also he let me have some fun. Aston Martin DB9 is a really quick car. When changing gears it had a little kickback, which made the whole experience even more fun. It was similar to when you're driving a manual and just released the clutch too quickly. The gear changes weren't as fast when compared with the other two cars. However, they were still quick. I think the little hesitation on the gear changes was there because it is an older car. I'm not sure exactly what year the car was. However, the second generation Aston Martin was selling between 2013 and 2015. According to my quick Google search, the car has 510 horsepower, which you can really feel. When accelerating it presses you to your seat, similar to how you get pressed in the seat when a plane is taking off. One thing that I didn't like in this whole driving experience is that the mirrors in each car are set so that the instructor can see what's going on around you, and you're not allowed to touch them, so you can't really see what's going on around you, which made me really uncomfortable. The other thing that sticks out straight away is that the track is really short. It was only 1.5 miles long, and I had 3 miles in each of the cars, which meant that I only got to drive 2 laps around in each of the cars. This can be increased to 6 miles for additional money. Overall, it was still a really enjoyable experience, as Porsche 911 GT3 RS is my dream car, and on this day I got to drive my dream car and another 2 supercars, which was really fun. The Aston Martin was the most comfortable when compared with the other 2 cars. The interior was luxurious, but you could tell that it's still an older car. Another unusual thing was that it didn't have a typical auto gear selector to put it in drive, reverse and neutral. Instead it just had 4 buttons above the stereo and you put it in gear by just pressing the button. I think that this Aston Martin has a 5.9 litre V12 engine, which sounds beautiful. It is very loud, however because of the great interior sound insulation, it's not too loud. It had really beautiful sound when accelerating.
Now you can accelerate. Shift up.
When driving on this track, there were also other people driving, so there were times where I had to overtake people or let someone else go in front of me. However, that didn't really bother me too much. The only thing that I was concerned with was not crashing into another car. The instructor was great, as he saw that I was going faster than the other person, so he let me overtake him.
Now accelerate away. Keep accelerating, keep accelerating, keep accelerating. Shift up. That's it. And back on the brakes. It's quick, isn't it? Yeah.
Throughout the driving experience, I was always trying to listen to the instructor, as he knows the car, the track, and was giving me instructions when to shift up or down a gear, when I can accelerate as much as I want to, and when I should start braking. Other than being a bit too short, the track was pretty basic, with only a couple of turns. However, it was still good enough to have an enjoyable experience driving a supercar. Near the end of the track, there was a section that had a speed limit of 40 miles an hour. I think this was mainly so that a photo could be taken, as there was a photo booth near the end of the track. Another thing that was a negative was that you can't film in these cars with your own camera, so I had to buy the videos from them for another £35. So for that money you get an SD card, which you give to your instructor, and there's a camera that films both the interior and the front of the car in each of the cars. This is the video footage that I'm sharing with you now. The cameras inside of the cars have GPS, so they have a location and speed information along with the video, which is nice. This was the end of my first driving experience.
Which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. KNIFE right in your side. You will never see me coming. Don't die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. KNIFE right in your side. You will never see me. My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he stabs me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel, I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks, I'ma take you to the
Next came my dream car, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. One weird thing that I noticed straight away was that it didn't have door handles from the interior side. Instead it had straps that you pull on to open the door, which I thought was really stupid. Apparently this is done for weight reduction, as it is a sports car. However, for a car that costs about 200k, I was expecting it to at least have door handles, as they don't weigh that much. Out of all of the instructors, in my opinion, this one was the worst, as he was grabbing the steering wheel and had zero trust in my driving. He was kind of acting like it was my first time driving a car ever. He didn't even allow me to put the car in gear and was constantly telling me to slow down. Overall, I felt like I didn't really push this car at all, and I was also concerned with crashing the car, as it is such an expensive car. Other than that, the experience was great, as I got to drive my dream car. What surprised me was how responsive the car was. All of the gear shifts felt super fast and smooth. It was almost like a video game. The Porsche felt faster than the Aston Martin, and according to my quick Google search, it has 525 horsepower and can do a 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, and it definitely felt quick. Obviously, I knew that this was a quick car, but what surprised me the most was the gear shifts and handling, as it felt very sharp, as in after every little touch that I do, the car would react. This was also my first time driving a car that has bucket seats, so it surprised me how uncomfortable they were. They were good at keeping me in place, however they weren't comfortable, and I couldn't imagine using any car with bucket seats on a daily basis. After the first lap, I think the instructor understood that I can drive. I'm obviously not a professional driver, but the stuff that he did on the first lap was not necessary, so the second lap was much better. The sound coming from the Porsche's engine wasn't as good as the Aston Martin, however it was still great. Overall, I really enjoyed driving the Porsche, and by the end the instructor started acting alright, so it was an enjoyable experience overall.
I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear.
When trying to park the Porsche, I was just trying not to hit the McLaren. Next I was driving the Lamborghini Huracan. I think this was the most powerful car out of the three, and it definitely felt super fast. The instructor that I had for this car has pushed me to drive faster, which I really liked. The interior of the car felt really small. In all three of the cars I had to push the seats all the way back. However, in this one, even though I had the seat all the way back, it still felt like there's no space. When driving the Huracan, there was a problem on the track. I'm not sure what was the exact reason, however there were cones placed on the track which we have to drive through. It was a little bit annoying, however in the end I've got another lap for free. Overall the car felt of really high quality, so it surprised me when cornering it at a high speed you can hear all of the plastics inside of the car squeak. However mechanically it felt great, sharp, responsive, really quick gear changes and great brakes. According to my quick Google search, the Huracan has a 5.2 litre V10 engine that generates over 600 horsepower, and it sounds great.
Tighten it up on the inside cone, start to keep feeding the power in, nice and wide on the exit, and away we go. Lovely, keep the power on, open gear, to your right, lovely, keep brakes.
Out of the three cars, this was the only one that felt a little bit scary to drive, just because of how powerful it was, but at the same time it was super easy to drive as it handled very well, and the engine and the brakes felt very responsive. To completing the first lap, I noticed that the car started beeping, and it said that the parking brake was still on, even though we have took it off before actually starting to drive. It was showing some kind of parking brake error, and you couldn't take it off, so and it was stuck basically. So I had to pull over, stop the engine, restart the car, and only then the electronic handbrake fully released. So because of this and the cones that were on the track, I got another lap. So on the last laps, I tried to push the car a little bit, as I realized the driving experience was coming to an end. Because there were people walking around the cones, I always try to slow down, just to make sure that I don't run anyone over accidentally. Overall, I think that the last lap that I drove was the best, as by the end of the driving experience I had the most confidence, as I already knew the car and the track.
My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel in devil.
Overall, the experience was enjoyable and it's something that I won't forget for a long time. Thanks for watching and see you again in the next one.